Bessie Coleman, the first Black woman to touch the sky. Imagine being told no, not because you aren't smart, not because you can't fly, but because of the color of your skin and the fact that you're a woman. Now imagine looking up at the sky and deciding you're going to touch it anyway. This is the story of Bessie Coleman, the first Black woman in the world to earn a pilot's license. A woman who refused to take no for an answer, and whose courage made history at 10,000 feet. Humble beginnings. Bessie Coleman was born in 1892 in a small town in Texas, one of 13 children. Her parents were sharecroppers. Life was tough, money was tight, and opportunity for a poor Black girl in the South almost non-existent. But even then, Bessie was different. She loved school. She loved math. And when she wasn't helping pick cotton or wash clothes, she'd lose herself in stories about adventure, stories of flight and freedom. But there was one big problem. In the early 1900s, airplanes were brand new, and flying was a world reserved for white men. For Bessie, just dreaming of flying was radical. When she was 23, Bessie moved to Chicago, working as a manicurist, living in a small apartment, and listening to war stories from pilots returning from World War I. That's when the dream became real. She decided, I'm going to become a pilot. The world says no, but no American flight school would take her. Not one. Why? Because she was Black and a woman. 2 strikes. But Bessie didn't stop there. She started studying French at night and saved every dollar she could. With the help of Black business leaders like Robert Abbott, the founder of the Chicago Defender, she got an idea that would change everything. If they won't teach me here, I'll go where they will. So in 1920, Bessie sailed to France, alone, broke, and determined. Learning to fly. In France, Bessie trained at the Caudron Brothers School of Aviation. She was the only Black person, the only woman, and she didn't speak fluent French. But she learned fast, and she flew fearlessly. By June 15th, 1921, Bessie Coleman became the first Black woman in history to earn an international pilot's license from the Fédération Aéronautique Internationale. She did it in a time when most women weren't even allowed to vote in many parts of the world. That's how ahead of her time she was. When she returned to the U.S., reporters called her Queen Bess. And for thousands of African Americans, she became living proof that nothing was impossible. The air show. Queen Bessie didn't just want to fly, she wanted to perform. She learned aerial tricks, loop-the-loops, barrel rolls, the kind of daring stunts that left crowds gasping. She toured the country performing at air shows, becoming one of the most popular pilots in America. But Bessie refused to perform anywhere that segregated Black audiences. If the show was divided by race, she walked away, even when she desperately needed the money. That was Bessie's true power. She wasn't just breaking barriers in the sky. She was breaking them on the ground. The dream to teach. As her fame grew, Bessie had a new goal: to open a flight school for Black men and women. She wanted to give others what she never had, a chance. In interviews, she said, I decided I wanted to be somebody. I made up my mind to try. I tried, and was successful. But before she could see that dream come true, tragedy struck. On April 30th, 1926, during a practice flight in Jacksonville, Florida, Bessie's plane malfunctioned. She fell from the cockpit and died instantly. She was only 34 years old. Her legacy takes flight. Though her life was short, her impact soared far beyond her years. Bessie Coleman inspired generations of black aviators, including the famous Tuskegee Airmen of World War II. In 1931, aviators established the Bessie Coleman Aero Club to honor her legacy. And today, airports, scholarships, and schools carry her name. Even NASA's first black female astronaut, Dr. Mae Jemison, said she carried a photo of Bessie Coleman with her into space. Because Bessie showed us something powerful. You don't have to fit the mold to make history. You just have to dare to fly. Bessie Coleman didn't just fly through the air. She flew through every wall the world tried to build around her. What would you do if fear wasn't holding you back? Thanks for watching. If you love stories of courage and black excellence, hit subscribe and keep flying higher.